It's the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Texans and the Rams. Next on Madden NFL 25.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. With my good friend Charles Davis in the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and the moment has finally arrived, CD. It's time to begin a new NFL season.
Partner, there's no hiding my excitement as I got ready this morning. I could not wait to get here for this game. Imagine what it's like out there on the field for those players, though. OTAs, training camp, preseason has all led to this moment when they officially kick this one off to get the season underway.
And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a longtime starter in the NFL, a former #1 overall pick way back in 2009. It's Matthew Stafford.
And Matthew Stafford was taken first overall in the 2009 draft, and he certainly played like a top pick. Throughout his career, he's been one of the most prolific passers in the league, and there's no reason to believe he's going to slow down his production anytime soon. Not only that, he's also one of the tougher quarterbacks in the league as well.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That's a gain of 13 and a very solid opening play for this offense. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. This is 2nd and 8. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll try the air now with Stafford. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. Third down and 3 yards to go. Now Stafford. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. So on 4th down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So here come the Texans now for their first drive. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their 3rd-year quarterback.
This week, such an important one for his entire offense, but for him especially. He wants to start this new season off strong. He's got big plans for this year, wants it to be one where he finishes among the league's best while leading his team to the postseason. A strong opening week is a great start to that and can create momentum that carries over not just to next week, but the next few weeks as well. A rising tide raises all ships, and if he can start this season off strong, his offense will benefit.
Finds his man, it's John Mechie. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Mechie, the man in motion. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Stroud looking to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Stroud. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
Mixon diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. So that a great sequence for these guys to begin the ball game. They force the punt on one end, then come right down the field and score on the other.
And that's a great example of leaning on each other and building a little momentum that way. How about the defense forcing the punt, turns it over to the offense with confidence, and they take it downfield and score.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. And the slot man goes in motion left. They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 32-yard line.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And this one's incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Stafford now to throw. That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Back to throw. Stafford. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to, pick up a 1st down.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. Down to the 42, 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Adams, the man in motion left. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 36. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Here's Stafford. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Rams first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still first down.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Throwing is Stafford. He's got Higbee complete right side. Hook up of 15 yards there. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Brings up 2nd and inches at the Texans' 20-yard line.
Here's Stafford. Pass complete there to Nakua. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
And the Rams, first down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Again, it's Stafford. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Puka Nakua, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Rams are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects, and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
No problem there on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Stroud. Caught left side by Mechie. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Stroud to throw it. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. These two teams all tied after 1. Texans football to start quarter 2 from the 47. It's 2nd and 5. As they've got it as we resume action. And Stroud now to throw. That's caught again by Schultz. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And that will bring up second down. Mixing up the middle. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Mixon with a first down carry. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. Now 2nd and 9. They'll run it for the first time with Dameon Pierce. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. He gets this one to Mechie. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And the LA offense ready for this next possession. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
And now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Azeez Al-Shaair in to make the stop. They work now on 2nd and 9. Stafford going for the deep ball. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, LA! Puka Nacua. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Rams have taken the lead in the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Extra point up and through. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive in with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Options galore here. Second and a few inches. Stroud. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
They got a completion there, but that's clearly an example of one side happy, the other side not very happy. Defense, very, hey, take 1 or 2 yards, we're good with that. Offense, you got to expect to get more on the passing play.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Play action. Here's Stroud. And that's caught inside the 30. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 27-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 27. Now Stroud. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick it with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 61 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. They'll run with Chubb. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
Here's another 1st and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty. Again, it's Mixon. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Nico Collins, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Texans are once again back in front. Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast, but a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 17-14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And just shutting him off there. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Rams offense and Puka Nacua ready to take over once more. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender his way because whatever they've done, it has not worked in this first half. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. To the right side and complete to Atwell. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Out of bounds at the 39-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
Third down and 6. Now it's Stafford. He'll drop this down to Williams. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Ethan Evans on now to punt. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Now 2nd and 3. Stroud looking to throw. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Here's Kyron Williams running out for another possession. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 36-yard line.
Now Stafford. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I'll get my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
A 57-yard attempt.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That is bombs away right there. And that will tie things at 17-all. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And they take a knee. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And they'll indeed take a knee. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. More from you and Charles in a bit. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in the late window. We'll get started over at the Caesar Superdome in New Orleans, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Kyler Murray, a touchdown pass in the victory. From there, let's head to New Jersey. The Jets at home at MetLife Stadium. and they were winners in that one over the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. Breece Hall, well over 100 yards rushing with a touchdown run as well. Lastly, let's get you way up to Seattle. See what's happening with the Seahawks. And it was the visiting San Francisco 49ers that come in and get the victory. Christian McCaffrey accounting for all of his guys' offense there as he had both of their touchdowns. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Texans offense and running back Joe Mixon set to take over once more. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far. Mixon will get it to start the second half. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 93 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. Short throw into the hands of Jordan. And he's got this down to the 35. 18 more yards there and another first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now it's Mixon running right. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Catch is made. It's Schultz on the out route. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Mixon running wide side. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll run with Mixon. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Back to throw. Stroud. That's underneath to Pierce. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7. Stroud working out of the gun. The pass finds Mechie in the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it was all capped off by a John Mechie touchdown reception. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Here's Stafford. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 18-yard line.
They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Out of the gun, Stafford. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Rams first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
They give it to Williams, running right. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Kyron Williams, 15 yards. And the Rams are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter. That has them an extra point away from tying things up.
And, partner, this is pretty much what they envisioned when they were sitting there in the locker room thinking about getting things going to start here in the third quarter. Getting out there, a field goal would have been fine. But going ahead and scoring here, an extra point away from tying things up, that's exactly how they drew it up on the board.
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. The Texans offense and C.J. Stroud getting ready for this next drive. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the third quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
A handoff to Mixon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 116 yards rushing here for Mixon. He's got a first down.
First down.
Mechie, the man in motion. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it's second down. Throwing now is Stroud. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. They'll give him 4 yards there, and now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. A shotgun snap to Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 34-yard line. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to...
Touchdown, Houston! Joe Mixon, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Texans have moved out in front here in the final minute of the third quarter. Well, it has been the passing game that's really been responsible for much of the scoring so far. But let's not forget about this running attack. They're pretty good, too, as evidenced right there.
And I think, Brandon, the fact that they've thrown the ball so well contributed to that touchdown because that was a defense that was really keyed up to cover those receivers. All they wanted to do was blanket them. They didn't have enough men in the box to stop the run, and you saw the end result.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they're going to have terrific field position as they finally get to him, but just shy of the midfield stripe. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
Back now in Los Angeles. Here's 2nd and 10. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. Here's Stafford. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Adams. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 25-yard line.
Back to throw, Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. And Higbee going to have a Rams first down as he'll be brought down just outside the red zone. Mark him at the 21. Stafford.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 91 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. The Rams on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. To throw is Stafford. And this is caught. He's got a touchdown, L.A. Puka Nacua with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. And we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. What a start to the season this has been. Back and forth, all tied 4th quarter as the kick is away here. This fielded right at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And as we take a look at some of the highlights, we see just how impactful he's been. He and his quarterback have such a great chemistry together, and it's been on full display throughout the contest. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here's a give to Mixon. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Stroud out of the gun here. This will be complete to Mechie. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Well, some good games around the league here early in Week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon, and this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. We always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in Week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. Stroud to throw it. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 29-yard line.
First down, Houston.
Now they run with Mixon. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. From the 23, here's 2nd and 5. Stroud. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And Stroud now to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Higgins. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Nick Chubb taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Texans answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9 yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The home team's offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Now, a quick throw there is incomplete. 2nd and 10. Stafford. That's caught. It's Tutu Atwell. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 38-yard line.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Stafford now to throw. And that's complete to Adams. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now a 2nd and 2.
At the 14-yard line.
Now Stafford. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the Rams are going to be set up with a first and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. Here we go, first and goal. Throwing is Stafford. This is caught. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? To the air again, Stafford. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Now Stafford. He's got it. It's Higbee. Touchdown Rams. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. They do tack on the extra point as well. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. What a start to the season this has been. Back and forth. All tied 4th quarter as the kick is away here. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. Now Stroud. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Stroud to throw it. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
And see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
Now 2nd and 4. Mixing up the middle. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. On 3rd down, Mixon. And he'll take this one down to the 36. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And that is no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. Now listen, no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. To the right side and complete to Atwell. And he will get out of bounds here as well. What a play. Big yardage. They stop the clock, and they move it to the boundary of field goal range as well. Stafford looking deep for Adams. And this is taken in at the 5. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Point after try forthcoming. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off by the late touchdown. It's a 7-point lead here in the final minute of the game. Now couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. 5 in Schultz. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Here's Stroud. Flush to his right, and he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Los Angeles, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.